Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I feel like it's been a while since I've actually like vlogged and chatted. My last few videos have kind of been more sit down style, like about one topic, not so much just kind of casual vlog that I love to do. So I was definitely due one, so I'm going to vlog the whole day today. I'm just about to make a coffee in our new machine. I have to show this to you. Finally got the new machine and oh my god, it's like literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. You all know how much I love coffee, so you can only imagine how happy this is making me. But anyway, I'm gonna make some coffee and just sit down and kind of have a catch-up chat. I think it's probably been a couple of weeks since I've like updated you. Not that there's lots to update, but you know, just how we're getting on and how things have kind of changed here. Just a general little catch-up chat. But first, I'll show you the machine, I'll make some coffee and then I'll get comfy. Okay, so I ended up getting the Breville Barista Express. This machine is like really well reviewed. I read so many reviews, I watched so many videos. I'm Virgo, so I really research into things when I go looking for something, and I just kind of came to the conclusion that this was the best option for us right now. So it just has like absolutely everything you need to make espresso, Americano. You can do cappuccino. I obviously do my iced coffees. Like, it's really good. And then I just kind of set up this little area over here. To be honest, it's not perfect. I have to figure out the best way. Like, we have our French press here as well, that's for that, and then I just popped a few things on here. These are the beans we got. They're just from a local cafe. They're actually nearly gone. I have new ones on the way. Fingers crossed they'll get here before they go. And then this was such a disappointment. So I follow this girl called Julia Havens. I really like her YouTube channel as well, and she also has a similar machine to this, and I saw her making like a vanilla kind of like iced coffee situation, and I was like, yeah, you know what, that could be nice. I'll order this syrup as well. I absolutely hate it. I really don't like it, and look at the size of the bottle. So I'm gonna have to see if Tommy likes it, and if not, maybe like Kellen or David or someone. But yeah, that was kind of a disappointment, because I'm more of like a black coffee person, but like I love like a slight bit of like vanilla or like almond or something, and I thought this would be okay, but it's very strong. I put the tiniest bit in and I didn't really love it. So yeah, I'll have to keep trying to get the right syrup. Oh, actually, I just see my battery is very low. It's flashing at me. Let's hope I have a spare battery, or I'm gonna have to wait a minute for my coffee. I wanna just show you me making it as well, so let me just swap this battery over and I'll see. Yes, full battery charged. Sometimes I have a spare one ready to go, but then sometimes I'm disorganized and I don't, but thankfully I surprised myself that time. So anyway, that's the coffee machine. So I'm gonna pop my camera off and I'll just like make my iced coffee. I've shown you how I make it in the past, kind of with my Nespresso machine, and honestly the steps aren't that different, so I probably won't like talk through this. I'll just pop some music over it, but just so you can see how I use it and how it works and stuff, and then we'll have a chat. Pop my camera up there. I'm still in comfy clothes, and if Kellen or Tommy are watching this video, they're gonna make fun of me for wearing this jumper. It's kind of like my quarantine jumper. I'm sure maybe some of you have that as well, but I got this at the very beginning. Remember, it was from Urban Outfitters, and I have worn it. I think it's sold out. It sold out very quickly, but I do think it comes in a few other colors. So if I can find it, if it's still there, I'll link it down below. But oh, ever. I'm gonna get dressed, but I just wanted to enjoy my coffee, have a chat, and then I will actually show you some more activewear and stuff today. I've been kind of like showing some bits and pieces on my Instagram story, but I always forget that it's obviously different people here to there, and I got some really nice new runners that I want to show you if you're on the search, and just some kind of pieces I've been buying over the last few weeks that I think some of you might like as well. And seeing as I'm not buying an awful lot of regular clothes, this can kind of be like the haul at like this week or this month or whatever. I don't know, I think that we're all kind of in the same boat. I feel like just looking at my DMs on Instagram, lots of us are buying new sports gear, I think almost as motivation to like work out. I know for me anyway, I am finding it tiny bit tricky, not gonna lie, over the last few weeks to stay motivated with my workouts and my routine and everything. So I do find even getting like new runners kind of makes me want to go for a run in the evening, or just a new workout set is just, it brings something to the workout, like brings a little bit of excitement to something that I realistically do not want to do. So I think a lot of us are feeling that way, and we did actually do a blog post, me and Ken, on Retro Flame with some good things online right now, so I'll link that down below, and then later in this video I'll show you some pieces that I have and that I've recently got, and I'll do like kind of a quick try on. So that's for later in the video, but for now I do want to have just a general quick catch up about, I suppose, life in New York right now, how we're coping, how things have maybe changed a little bit, what we think our future plans will be, just a general chat. And also before I chat, I talk a lot with my hands, so I know you're gonna see this. Because we're washing our hands so much, they're obviously so dry. No matter how much moisturizer, lotion, whatever I put on them, the tan is not applying like it usually does. Like my tan, I've always said it, it's so good by Be Perfect Cosmetics 10-second tan, because it's always been so good for applying to my hands. It never looked bad on my knuckles or my fingers or anything. But since this whole thing happened, not the story. So I apologize for that in advance. I'll try and keep my hands down on the coffee. But anyway, life in New York right now. So I kind of wanted to have this chat because it has been a while since I've kind of given you an update, and I know the media and the news outlets and everything, obviously whenever you watch it or if ever you see it, New York looks very scary, strange, bizarre, loads of words I could use, and it definitely is that still. It's not the New York we all know and love. It's so quiet, it's a different vibe. Obviously we're being super careful and we're staying inside and we're following all the rules, and you know, we are getting our walks every day still. We're allowed to do that because technically we're not in like lockdown here in New York. We're able to still kind of, I suppose, not travel around New York, but we're able to go from neighborhood to neighborhood once we're being safe and obviously have our masks and everything. So it's a little bit different to some countries. I know Ireland, you can only go 2 kilometers. Italy, I know, I talked to a girl over there, she's also a blogger, her name's Kira. I know she was telling me that they can only go 200 meters, so it's very different in every place, and we definitely don't take for granted that we're still able to get out and go for walks. We even went for a cycle this weekend, which kind of switched it up for us, and in a way I kind of felt more safe on the cycle because you can kind of really keep your distance from people, because some walkways when you're walking, it can be quite narrow and you're not able to fully stay away. So the cycle was lovely. We cycled down Broadway, like through Soho, and we barely met like anyone. I think I met like 3 or 4 people, that was it, and a few cars. So that was nice, and it was kind of a nice change of scenery. In general here in New York, we now have to all wear masks. So every time you leave your apartment or your home, you have to be wearing a mask if you're going to be going into a shop, if you're walking past people. So we wear masks now constantly, which is obviously great. We will do anything to keep ourselves safe and to keep other people safe. It is a little bit strange though, you're walking around the city and you can't even see people's faces. Like everyone you see, you're just seeing their eyes. So that's definitely, it takes a bit of getting used to, but hopefully it won't last forever. We'll get back to normal soon. Our next kind of official update from our mayor and our governor is on May 15th, I'm pretty sure. So today is like April 29th or 30th or something like that. So we have to wait another like 2 weeks until we know the next stage. I know in Ireland, my mom sends me updates every day. It's May 5th there that Ireland find out a bit more, so I guess we'll just see what happens then. But for now, we're still have to stay at home, wearing our masks, out and about. I will say though, we're doing fine. Like obviously the news, you know, the hospitals are still, I'm sure, just as bad as ever, and there's so many people and situations that are still terrible. But in general, like living in the city, it's fine. Like I want to say this especially because I know our parents worry about us, and I always want to ensure that they feel and they know we're okay. And if any other parents are watching and you have kids in New York, or you have kids, I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the US, but in New York, you know, we're fine. And anyone that I know here, all my friends that have stayed, you know, even fellow bloggers that I follow and stuff, like we're all coping. Obviously there's days and there's weeks where you're not feeling your best, but then I do find the next week is better. And when I talk to people that I know, they're kind of in the same boat. Like, for example, last week I was wrecked. Like, you know me, I'm a morning person. I'm up at 6 o'clock. I like to see the sunrise. There's nice light in my apartment at that time. I love getting up early, doing my morning routine, like just having time for myself before I start the day. Last week, I could not get out of bed before 8 o'clock. I think there was one morning I got up at like 9 o'clock. So unlike me. I just didn't have the energy. My energy was gone for some reason. So I listened to my body, I listened to my mind. I just took it a little bit easier, had a very chill weekend, got lots of fresh air to try and kind of boost me up a bit. And this week I feel so much better. I've been getting up at 6 o'clock again, doing my morning routine, eating healthy. I've gotten some workouts in compared to last week when I didn't really do that much workouts. So yeah, it just comes in waves. So if you are having a week or a day where you're not feeling your best, like, don't force yourself to try and feel your best. Just listen to your body, listen to your mind, and then I guarantee you in a couple of days or tomorrow or next week, you'll feel so much better, and you'll also realize that it does just come in waves. So that's kind of how we've been here. In other news, I guess, obviously we live in a New York apartment. They're never huge. We don't have a balcony or a backyard or anything. So that's been a bit tricky. I was saying to the girls last night, the only thing really that I wish I had, like, I'm able to cope with everything else. We're making do, we're keeping busy, we're getting our fresh air. But the only thing I would love to have is a garden, for the reason that I can do my workouts there. Because right now I'm doing my workout just in between the dining area and the living room, and I just feel like everything kind of is in this room. Like, I'm working in here, we're relaxing in here, we're cooking in here, I'm working out in here. So that's the only thing that I miss, or that, not that I miss because I never had a garden here, but I've always had the gym upstairs and the outdoor space upstairs and the yoga room upstairs. I've always been able to go upstairs to do my workouts, but they're all closed now. So that's the only thing I'm struggling a little bit with, and that's maybe why I'm not doing my workout every day, but at least I'm getting out for my walks and getting some runs and cycles and stuff. So you kind of just have to make do with what you can do. That's what I'm learning. And you have to kind of adjust. So if you're used to doing a workout and it's just not working for you at the moment, like, try something else. Like, try running or try Pilates if you haven't done it or whatever. So that's the only kind of issue I've been having. But other than that, it's fine. We've been eating pretty healthy. We usually get like a takeout once a week as a treat. We like order from one of our local restaurants online, then we always go there ourselves and pick it up, and it's been so nice. And we get a bottle of wine, or we make cocktails, as you have seen from a recent video. We're actually getting really good at the cocktails. I recommend, if you like nice cocktails, try and make them yourself. I got like a cocktail making set from Amazon. It was not that expensive. I can link it down below. And we've been making Cosmos. Tommy actually made a frozen margaritas for us this weekend, and they were so good. I mean, like, it tasted like something I would get in a bar out for like $20 in New York, and it was so tasty. We just popped everything into our NutriBullet, all the ingredients, and it was delicious. So maybe I'll show that in a future vlog of us making that, maybe this weekend if we make them again, and you can try it out, because it's honestly so easy and it's just a nice treat. I think it is super important to somehow differentiate the weeks from the weekend. I feel like that's helping us a lot. Like, we always try and do something fun at the weekends just to remind us that it's the weekend, because obviously we're both working from home and we're here all the time and we don't really see that many more people. So just to try and kind of keep it interesting. And then I chatted to you about working out, trying my best. The workout gear hopefully now will help me the next couple of weeks. Then other than that, I guess, like, kind of our future plan, we don't really have one right now. Our plan is to obviously stay here, but as soon as we're allowed to, and as soon as we get the okay, I definitely will go to Ireland. Like, who knows when that will be. I definitely am craving some like outdoor fresh Kerry air space at the moment. I am still very glad that we stayed here, because to be honest, it's going on a long time, and I'm just glad that I was able to kind of stay in my routine, and I have got lots of work done. I'll chat to you about that now soon, but I've definitely got some things done that I'm so happy that I got done and out of the way and started. So I think by being here and not having that many distractions, it's been great. But as soon as we're able to, I think we will definitely go back, and as soon as we're allowed. Like right now we have the travel ban, so if we leave New York in the morning, like until the travel ban is lifted by Trump, we're not able to come back in. So there's no way I'll leave until that travel ban is lifted, and I know that okay, I can go home for a couple of weeks, isolate, then have a couple of weeks at home, and then come back safely and like whenever I want to. Like until that happens, I don't think we're gonna leave, because I don't know, I just don't want to leave and then not be able to come back for like 6 months. Like that could be a bit of a dramatic exaggeration in my mind, but also that could be a possibility. So I'm just gonna play it by ear, see what happens on May 15th. But yes, as soon as we're able to go, I definitely will go visit my family. I miss them. And we were supposed to be going home this week. I was supposed to be in Ireland like next weekend. So yeah, hopefully it will happen soon. So that's kind of our plans. Other than that, no plans, just our usual routine every day. I shared like my typical morning routine on my Instagram stories this morning, and I find that that's been really helping me. So if you missed that by chance, go onto my Instagram and it's on my highlight daily life, and it might give you just some ideas about things I do in the morning to kind of set me up for the day, and that really helped me. And then work-wise, we've actually been busy. Like obviously not as busy as usual. Like brand work definitely is lower. I think a lot of brands are still kind of unsure as to what to do. Like we're still working with some brands, which has been great and definitely helped us to kind of keep ticking over, but I think a lot of brands are still just not fully sure how to handle it, so they're kind of just like not engaging with influencers as much as usual. And it's crazy because April is usually like my busiest month of the year, because it's a lot of brands are promoting their summer collections. Usually we have Coachella, other travel things come up that we get collaborations through. It's usually quite a big travel month. So yeah, it's been strange not having like a crazy workload. But I will say the one kind of positive from all this crazy time that we're in is that because I have so many less distractions, and I wouldn't really call the collaborations distractions, but you know, that's my main bread and butter that I usually do. And then other than that, it's like going to meetings, networking, meeting people, trying to get new work in New York. Like it's constant go. It's very much a place where, you know, it's all about who you know, and you have to get in front of people for them to remember you, and you have to make an impression. So you're just constantly going here, and you're going from event to meeting to everything, and then you're trying to balance your work you have to do and your deadlines. And by the time you have all that done, those other little projects that you want to do, and that like kind of long-term 5-year plan list and passion projects that you want to start, they're down the very bottom of the list, and you are tired by the time you get to them. So quite often they get ignored, and they keep getting pushed to the next day and the next week and the next year. So without having all the distractions of the meetings and the networking and the going, and also less brand work, it's really given me finally that chance to work on all those things I've just been wanting to do for so long. And it's crazy, a pandemic has made me finally do it. And yeah, that feels good. That's definitely a good like part of it. The first few weeks I wasn't really doing any of that stuff. I was just trying to cope and balance everything and figure out what was going on. But I think as the time has gone on, I've definitely like started to dive into those projects, get started. And I will say starting is the hardest part. So if you do have things on your passion project list in this little corner, starting will put you off for so long because you kind of don't know where to start. But my advice is just get stuck in, just really dive into it, because as soon as you do, you'll want to do more, and you'll want to do more and more, and then you'll do something every day for it. And it's just small steps will get you to the big thing. It's like a monopoly. Like one little monopoly thing you do will knock over the next thing and the next thing until you get higher and higher. That's in a book I've recently read, and I thought it was really good. They explained it better than I did, but basically one small thing will lead to the next thing and the next thing, and that's what I've kind of been focusing on, and it's been nice. So hopefully I can look back on this time and, you know, take a few things off my list. At the same time, the days and the weeks I'm not feeling my most productive self, I'm giving myself a break, and I'm just not putting pressure on myself, because it is a strange time. But when I can, and when I have it scheduled in, and when I have time, when I do something that I know is bettering me, like, it makes me feel good and it puts me in that positive mood and just kind of gives me the boost to do the next thing and just to feel good and be in a good kind of mind space more than anything. So yeah, that's a very, how many minutes am I talking? Oh my god, so long. I'm so sorry. This is what happens when I don't vlog for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I have lots to share with you then. But overall, we're doing fine. We're coping as well as we can. I hope you're all doing okay, and I really appreciate everyone who's been checking in. There's some people that message me like every couple of days on Instagram, the same people, just to make sure we're okay here, because I know on the news it can sound so scary, and it is scary, definitely, but we're just trying to keep as positive as we can and keep us busy, and this won't last forever. I really do believe that hopefully soon we'll start to see, you know, some positive changes, and I don't think it's going to be normal for a long time, like the normal that we're all used to, but I do believe that, you know, gradually it will get better. And so yeah, that is my little brief update. Brief, lol, never brief with me. But if you have any more questions about what we've been doing or what is going on, let me know. If there's other videos you want to see as well, let me know. So I'm gonna finish my coffee now. I'm gonna do a little bit of work. I have some emails and admin stuff to do. We're almost finished our website redesign. I have to approve some logos. We're changing the logo as well, which I'm really excited about. So I gotta do that, and then I will come back and do the activewear try on. Then probably later on we'll go for our usual walk. It's so sunny today. I don't know if this will focus now on the right thing. Wait, let me press the camera so you can see the blue sky. See? So nice and sunny. It's kind of not been great the last couple of days, and then I think the next 3 days are kind of raining, so I'm just gonna sit in front of the window with my SPF on, obviously, and soak this up and get out for a walk later. So I'll bring you on the walk, we'll come home, we'll make dinner, and I'll vlog whatever else we get up to as well. So that was a very, very long catch up, so I hope I didn't bore you too much. So now I'm gonna get seated in my little office slash dining area, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, it's a few hours later, and time to show you some new sports gear that I got. I have a set on that I'll show you in a minute, but first, these are my new runners. Oh, I absolutely love them. Like, I am not a runner person. I've had the same pair of black and white runners, I would say, for the last like 2 years, maybe even more. There was like a hole coming in the front of them here, so I literally had to buy a new pair. So I went onto the Nike website. I just feel like Nike are, obviously there's like loads of brands, but I don't know, I just liked my last Nike one, so I stuck with them. These were kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. These were $160, which is a lot for a pair of runners, but I do think though that I had my last ones for so long, so I think these will be worth it. They're apparently very good for running, the way they're made. I'm really not sure. I'm not like a buff about all that stuff, but they do look really good. I had them on earlier today. They are so soft. They're literally like walking on a cloud. Like, straight away I feel like it'd be so much easier to run in these than my last ones. They're mainly white, and they have all this color at the side, and it's actually so unlike me to get something so colorful, but I'm really into these like tones. Obviously it's spring, so that's where I'm getting the love for them for, but I think they'll just be nice now for spring, summer, and they'll bring a bit of happiness to my workouts, even the days when I don't want to go. So they're them. I'll link them down below. I think these ones, I think you can only get this color in the US on the Nike website, but they do have lots of other colors and other options. They have like all black and white, and they have like different colors down here. So definitely check out the link, because the runner itself is really good. I really recommend it. Pricey, as I said, but I definitely think it will be worth it. So I'll link this down below, and maybe I'll link like some other less expensive options as well if I see them, because obviously these wouldn't be for everyone. So I'll get you some options and I'll put them down below. So I'll pop these on now, and I'll get showing you some activewear pieces. So this is basically just going to be a quick little haul. They're not new, the runners are, but everything else I've had for a while, and they're just things I really love. And before all this, I had gotten really into fitness. I was doing boxing 2-3 times a week, Pilates 2-3 times a week, so I really was getting to know like the good sports gear and the good active gear and what was actually worth the money and stuff. So here are a few of the bits that I really recommend. First one, this aloe sports bra. And I've had the black one for about a year, but I just got this white one at the beginning of this year, so before all this happened, and I wore the black one boxing so much. I've worn this boxing. It's really good support for my chest size anyway. They're made really well, they're comfortable, so I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a new one. And then these leggings are from a brand called, I think you pronounce it Alaya or Alea, and I really like these as well. To be honest, white wouldn't be the color I would always go for in leggings. I'm more of like a black leggings kind of person, but I really like these white ones, and they're not see-through, which obviously is like the biggest concern when you're wearing white. And I just think now this set is going to be so nice with these runners, and it kind of suits like every color runner as well, which is good. So these are the first bits. I'll change into the next set now. Okay, next set, my love of green continues now into workout gear. So this set is from Revolve. I think it's by the brand LPA, or no, Love Wave, I think is what they're called. And they actually have this in a few colors. I don't know if the top comes in other colors, but I know the leggings do. They're in like lots of different bright colors. I think they have a black, maybe a white as well, but I really like them. They're these leggings that definitely like pull you in. I wouldn't say like they're the best overall best quality leggings I've ever had, but I do think they are good ones. They're very, very stretchy, so they're good for like Pilates, yoga, things like that. I don't know if I'd wear these running personally, but I think for like my at-home workouts they're very good. And then I have to say the sports bra is good too, has really good support, not too stuck into me like the last one. And yeah, I love this set as well, so I'll link it down below and you can check out the other colors too if you want. So next up are some bits from Sweaty Betty. I'm a big fan of their brand. I've worked with them a little bit over on my Instagram, and they do send me some pieces from time to time, which is amazing. I think their stuff is, I would say, like from my collection, some of the best quality things I have. I just think they do it really, really well. These are their like sculpting leggings, so they have all these different lines in like really strategic good places, so it kind of gives your bum a lift. They just suck you in, like they're really comfortable. I've worn these for working out, and I wouldn't really be like wear leggings for other activities than working out kind of person. You know, I like to get dressed up, but I have worn these leggings like to go do our food shopping, or you know, something that I need to be comfortable in. They're so nice. There's also actually a matching top to this, but I can't for the life of me find it. I do not know where I put it, but I do have a matching top, but I just put on this instead. This is also from Sweaty Betty. It's a grey colour. This is actually new. I just got this recently. Really good support as well. This is probably the best support out of all the ones I've shown so far. Really nice to wear on. Very soft material. Got my knees cracking from the running. Very soft material, and yeah, their stuff is just great quality. It is a little bit pricey, as a lot of sports gear, good sports gear is, but I do think it's worth the money. When I did the collaboration with them on Instagram, I did have a discount code. I'm not working with them at the moment, but try the discount code just in case. It might still work. I don't know if they stopped it, but I think it was Erika Fox. I'll write on the screen when I confirm in the email, but I think it was Erika Fox, and I think it got 20%, got you 20% off. So if you do want to get anything on their site or like any of these pieces, try the code. I don't know if it's going to work, and this is not a collaboration. This is like, we did the collaboration on Instagram stories, but try it anyway, just in case. Okay, just a few more bits to show you. So the next two things I want to show you are two like pullover jumper hoodie style things. So I got this in January, and I am so glad I did. Like, it was pre-knowing any of this was going to happen. I have worn and worn and worn and worn this. It was probably my best purchase of the year. You've definitely seen this in other vlogs. I think it's available in some sizes on some websites, so I'll link that down below. But it also comes in new colors now as well. It comes in a blue, and it comes in kind of like a grey green kind of color, so I'll link them as well. It is so good. When you wash it, turns out really well. I just hand washed it and let it like naturally dry. It turned out perfect. It is so good, so I'll link this. Okay, and the very last thing, my Champion cropped hoodie. I do not know when I owned something from Champion the last time, probably when I was like 12 or 13 when I was younger. I was really into sports. I probably had something from them back then, but this is the most comfortable hoodie. Like, I'm not a hoodie person, you know me, but I saw this on the Urban Outfitters website like when this all happened, and it just looked so nice. Like, the inside is this like fleecy material, so it's so soft on. The sleeves are kind of oversized, and I love that. Like, they're really big, and then it's a little bit cropped. I think you can also get this in a full version. It comes in lots of different colors, and I think I saw it on sale as well on a few sites, so I'll link them all below. It's really, really nice. So now that I have my workout gear on, I'm going to actually do a workout with Tommy. We've been doing kind of like a mini workout in the morning and a mini one kind of in the evening before we go for a walk. Short workouts are like all I'm able for at the moment. I don't have patience for long ones. So we're going to do a quick workout now, and then we're going to head out for our walk. It's still really sunny. Thankfully it lasted all day, and I'll bring you with us on that. Okay, workout done. Put my jumper back on. What do you think, Tommy?
Great. We're so good.
Tommy's doing Pilates with me these days, and he's actually like finally understanding that it's hard. I think that people think that Pilates is just like stretching and not doing anything, but it's so good for your core and like your bum and everything. So he's enjoying it with me. But we're gonna go now get our cardio in. I don't think I actually need a jacket. I think this should be fine. It's gonna pop on my mask, and I'll bring you with us. It's telling me that they're lemon.
Lemongrass. That's what it is. Put it in your hand and rub it and you smell it.
It looks like nettles.
It's really good, it's not nettles. You want to pick a bigger one?
I don't want to pick one.
Just go and pick one there. Rub it in your fingers.
You're lying, aren't
That's
you?
really good. Rub it in now.
Oh my god. It smells like mojitos. I think it's lemon though.
It's lemon.
Like mojitos. Mint.
That's lemongrass.
God, it smells so good. Kind of hear it. It's so good. We just got back home and we went for like a bit of a longer walk than usual, and we're very lazy about the thought of cooking. So we got some healthy sweet green harvest bowls. We got these on Uber Eats, which is so handy. So we just ordered on Uber Eats, and then we went to the place and they just like handed out the door to you. So it's really well done. And the reason we did this as well is because they have a really good deal on right now. We just noticed when we went on the app. So our go-to is always Harvest Bowl. It's our favorite. So I got the Harvest Bowl, and they had a deal today that if you spend $10, which this is like $12 or something, you get their newer Harvest Bowl for free. So we got like 2 for the price of 1. So I think with tax and everything all together, this was like $14 or $15. So yeah, very good value, and a little bit of a treat for this evening, seeing as the weather's nice and stuff. So I'm gonna pop in our dressing and have these now. Good. Tommy approves of the new one as well. It's like chicken, there's like sweet potato, kale, apple. They're delicious, really good. Healthy but still filling, because a lot of salads aren't that filling, but the sweet green ones are. Do you love it?
I do.
It's time for me to open my
XOXO. How do you
You're still him.
get Retroflame to be your girlfriend?
That's a secret I'll never tell. XOXO, gossip girl.
Oh. And this is like my 3rd, 4th time watching this. It's so good. Okay, you feel like a treat. So Tommy is making us some hot chocolates. That's the handy thing about this machine, because we can... Did you do the milk already?
No.
We found this in the cabinet. Salted caramel hot chocolate. Looks good. And then we can use this to foam up the milk. Show them how it's done. First to Tom. I'd like a heart.
You got a circle.
Why do I have a heart? Wow, that looks good. We're out of regular milk and Tommy's more of a dairy.
No, it's very salty.
No, salty. It's the salted caramel one.
Where does this go?
Interesting. Not bad though. It looks good. Okay, just before I take off my makeup and start getting ready for bed, I just opened today's packages and some of my Sephora order arrived. So Sephora have been doing a big sale. So basically I think like depending on the member, what's the word, like status you have on Sephora, you got like different percentages off. So I'm a VIB member, so I got 15% off these items that I ordered last week. So I'll quickly show you what I have ordered. Some I've tried before, some I haven't, so I won't be able to give like a review or anything, but you can keep an eye out over the next few weeks in the vlog and I can show you. So this is a reorder, Gimme Brow. I was out of this probably for like 2-3 weeks now, and honestly I've missed it so much. My brows during quarantine have been the hardest part. I'm really fair, like this is them penciled in, but without them they're so fair. Being a redhead, I get them tinted all the time, so obviously I can't tint them. I have ordered tint, but it hasn't got here yet. So in the meantime, hopefully this will help. And I got the shade 3.5, I think it's called, like Auburn something, and they only had the mini left, but beggars can't be choosers at the moment. And then I got this Summer Fridays mini mask as well. So I had this at the very beginning. Sorry, my nails chipped. I had this at the very beginning when it came out, but I think I was kind of going through like a bad skin time at the time, and I used this and I broke out, and it kind of turned me off it for a long time. But since then I've just like read so many good things about it, and I constantly see it online and people raving about it. So I just wanted to give it one more go and just see if it was like an issue with my skin at the time and it wasn't the mask. So I just got the mini one to test it back out. I even saw someone like add in like tanning drops and stuff to this for your face and then putting it on going to bed, so that could be a good way to use it. And yeah, I really like this brand and kind of what they're about, and I follow both of the founders on Instagram, so it's nice to support them. So I'll try that. It's their jet lag mask. And then this is a new product I bought to try, and I'm kind of like hopeful for this one because this baby was not cheap. They're basically exfoliating pads, so they're by Dr. Dennis Gross. Own your glow with our award-winning at-home peels. Yeah, basically it's gonna exfoliate and smooth, and then it's an anti-aging, so it's a two-step thing. And I actually saw this on Lorna Lux's Instagram. She's an Instagrammer. I was completely influenced by her. I think this was like $80 altogether, but there is quite a lot in here. They had a smaller like set too that you can get, but it was sold out, so I figured I would get this one because I'm sure you've seen it in this video, but look, I keep getting these like forehead breakouts. So annoying. I had it for like a week and a bit and it went away, and now it's like back again, so I'm hoping that that product will work. So I'll test it out over the next while and I'll keep you updated and let you know, and let me know if any of you use it. I think they also have a stronger version as well, like an extra something peel I think it's called. So yeah, let me know if you've used it and if it's worked. Fingers crossed. Okay guys, just in bed. I just did my skincare. I tried out the exfoliating pads. They actually feel really nice on the skin, so fingers crossed they will solve this mess on my forehead. I'll keep you updated. It says to use them every second day if you're new, so I'll use that again now in 2 days time. And that's kind of it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm just gonna get into bed now. I have a tiny bit of work to do. I just have to finish off one deadline. I forgot to include one part for a brand, so I'm going to finish that, maybe get this footage onto my camera, get that job out of the way. Then I'm going to read some of my book. I'm almost finished it. It's called The One Thing by Gary Keller. Really good. I really recommend it. I think I've probably talked about it in the vlog before, if not definitely on my Instagram, but I'm really enjoying that. And then yeah, that's a wrap for today. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know your favorite part. If you are enjoying the vlogs and everything, I'd love to hear from you and chat. Also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.